Hey guys, this is Celine Moon Goddess Tarot here. Long time no see, y'all. Life has been really crazy, so I just want to apologize to my followers. You guys have been so kind. Sorry, I hit my camera. You guys have been so kind to hang tough and allow me to still stay as a place that you are subscribed to. So I really apologize for not getting these out. I'm going to try to focus more on my readings. So I've had a lot of life issues here lately that have taken my attention away from doing readings. So I want to apologize first off. I wanted to do a reading here, and one of the things that I thought that perhaps is something that, I think all of us at some point in our life need help with, and that's what is the next step? What is the next step in whatever decision you're making? It can be the next step in the love relationship, the next step in career, next step in life. It doesn't matter. So I have 3 decks here that you can choose from. They're very different in their art, and so I don't know if you're familiar with tarot, you might know them, but I want you to just pause the video right now and just take a moment to decide what pile is calling to you. Let me give you the names. This is going to be the Mystic Moments Tarot. This is the Everyday Tarot. I think I might be wrong. And then this is the Abyss Tarot. And then I'm going to use an oracle. This is just overall for each reading. I'm going to pull from the Oracle of Mystical Moments for just some guidance. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video. Take some time to just think about what deck you want to what pile you're going to pick. I'll put timestamps below in the description box. I will let you know that I don't have any kind of account to donate or anything like that, and I don't do any personal readings right now for the public. Occasionally I'll do them for friends, but I might consider that later on. But for right now, if you have anybody using my username trying to solicit readings, I hear that that's something that's still happening. Please do not respond to those. That would not be me if someone is. I don't reach out to people and solicit readings. So that being said, go ahead and pause it and let's get started. All right, pile 1. You picked the Mystic Moments Tarot. I'm going to shuffle and I'm going to mute my mic because it is going to be loud. All right, so let's shuffle. What is going to be the next step for pile 1? Next step for pile 1. Next step for pile 1. Okay, so let's see here. Let's split the deck. All right, let's do this. What is the next step for pile 1? What is the next step for pile 1, please? Thank you. Next step for pile 1. Excuse, my garage is opening, so if you hear a humming, that is what it is. Sorry. What is the next step for pile 1? Next step for them. Love, life, career. Next step. All right, so let's see. I think that's going to be it for right now. And we'll clarify, okay? So, pile 1, what do we got here? Okay, so we have the Chariot. I love this card. Look, it's like a snail. And she's just moving forward. Now, the one thing I love about this is that they use the snail because snails are interesting. They are very independent. They have their shell that protects them, more or less. Of course, garden snails are kind of vulnerable, but in general, snails are, you have some that are poisonous. You have some that are that predators, once they see the colors on them, will not mess with them. So they're not necessarily, I think they are misunderstood or mistaken for weak animals. I don't think that they're weak. I think that they are slow but calculated. And also those that are poisonous, that's their form of protection, So you have that, which is a major arcana card. You've got another major arcana card, which is Death. Oops, yeah. Now this death card, I have to say, I love this card. I mean, this could be a tattoo, right? You've got this beautiful flowers. These are, I think, water lilies, bloomed water lilies, I think is what they are. You've got a butterfly there, and then, of course, her rib cage, and a bunch of flowers in there. And so death really represents rebirth. That's why this looks the way it does. Yeah, the rib cage reminds us of death, right? Of our own futility as humans living this life that we're living. But when we die, our body is absorbed back into the ground, and flowers and animals are able to survive off of it. And that is definitely something that we all go through. Excuse my nails, by the way. Something that we all go through in our lives. Rebirth, right? And then you have the Knight of Wands, right? Knight of Wands. Now this is, it looks like a female. I might be wrong. They might have just long hair. The wands represent passion. They represent, making a decision not on an intellectual form or like an emotional form. Hold on, I have to cough. Hold on. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so making a decision based on passion, moving forward in a passionate way. Out of all the knights, this is the second to fastest. The fastest would be the Knight of Swords, but that's almost a more reckless, movement. This is not so reckless because look, he's going through a circle of fire, a very pointed direction. Okay, so I feel like for you, that you've been at a point in your life where you feel like you're going in the right direction, but you are going at a very slow pace. You're taking your time. You've been through a lot. You have suffered a lot. You've been through a lot. Life has really taught you a lot of lessons, and you've done a lot of transformation. You might be a Scorpio. You've done a lot of transformation. You've done a lot of inner work, and you've grown in a lot of ways. When you think of gardens growing, you plant these seeds, and you hope that these seeds are going to blossom, and I feel like you have done that. Perhaps you are someone who is spiritual, who's done a lot of inner work, or not spiritual, but you've just done a lot of inner work. You've overcome a lot of things, and I think what I'm really feeling from here is that the message is for you to go faster. You have a lot of hesitation about what you're doing. You're not maybe trusting yourself enough in the decision that you need to make. So what is definitely the decision would be to move forward for sure. Let's see, what else? Can we elaborate a little more? Hold on one second. Jackson! I'm doing a tarot reading. I'll be out in a minute. Okay, let's do this here. Yeah, sorry, that's my son. What is the next step for pile 1? What is the next step for pile 1? Thank you. All right, get some more answers here. Oh, wow, okay. So, we have the Six of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles is all about, definitely making a decision about where you want to go, where you want to put your money or your time, your effort, your career. It is making a decision. And it's almost like one of these isn't worse than the other. You just have to decide. You have to decide passionately where you're going to go. Not in a slow way. Don't be so calculated. You're in your head. You're in your head, and you're in your head and your mind and your body, but you're not thinking with your passion. You're not being passionate about what direction. Once you find your direction, the universe is saying, go for it. It is exactly where you're supposed to be going. Okay? Three of Pentacles. That you're going to be, this has to do with working. This has to do with maybe a career, or maybe starting a business, or having, perhaps you have been working on something and you're afraid to really make that next step to show it. Like something that came to me is like somebody who's working on art, starting that art gallery, or starting the business that you've been you're doing all the work and you're doing all the product, but you haven't maybe done the the publication to, get it out there so people get the word out, So that's what this is about here. That's what the Three of Pentacles is about. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is also along the lines of work and career. It has to do with, like you see this girl, she's on this tree, she's got this apple here, and she's done a lot of work. So it's almost like having everything done and then trying to decide, what am I going to do with it? What am I going to do with it? Right? So I think what the universe is saying is that you already have everything that you need. So you already have everything that you need. You have already done the work. You have already been careful. You've already thought everything out. Everything is in place. Like look how neat this card is. It's neat. Everything about it is neat. It's soft sunlight. There's short grass. There is nothing. There's no wind. There's no rain. It's not turbulent. You've done this inner work here. All right. So, I think this is the answer, is that you need to just move forward. You've got to make the decision and go with it, because you have something that is amazing that you're going to offer. Look at how beautiful this tree is. The flowers, the fruit, the red skirts, just passion, like you already got this. You got this. You just have to move forward, okay? So let's pull a card from the Oracle of the Mystical Moments. And we will read from the book and see what universe has for you. All right, pile. Let's shuffle this a little more here. Pile 1. Maybe there's things distracting you. I don't know. I had my son knock on the door and then I had to cough. I don't know. Maybe there's things getting in the way of you moving forward. So let's see. What is the advice for pile 1 for their next step? Laurelil. Interesting. Number 31, Laurelil. This looks like a little mermaid sitting on a stoop with her little boat attached to a string. And she's got the anchor. Actually, she has the anchor in her hand. Interesting. Okay, so let's see what the book says about 31. Laurelil. So this, I'll just put the card here so you can take a look at it while I do this. So this is about power, responsibility, fate, and grace. A mermaid sits on a rock and gazes towards the ocean. A small ship floats nearby, connected with her through a rope. She has the power to decide destiny of the ship and the fate of the crew. Wow, totally matches the reading. With a flick of her wrist, she could toss the ship against the shore, or she could let it continue on its journey. What will the mermaid decide to do? She has suffered great loss in her own life. Oh my God, I said that at the beginning too. Will she continue the cycle of pain, or will she allow the healing and grace to calm the waters? Wow. Pile 1. That is your message, pile 1. That just matches completely with what I said earlier, like this, what decision will you make? You've been doing a lot of this work. You've suffered a lot. And the universe is saying, hey, you've done a lot of the work. Are you going to stay in a cycle of slow pain, or are you going to be passionate and move forward? Because you have it all right here. It's all in your hands. And it seems like the decision is to just go for it. The next step is to move faster, to go for it. Not be afraid anymore. You've already done all of this turmoil. You've had all this heartbreak. It's time to choose grace and strength and power. Okay? All right, pile 1, that's your message. What a beautiful message. I wish you the best. If you enjoyed this reading, please subscribe, like the video. If it resonated with you, I'd love to hear how that happened in the comments, okay? You take care, and I thank you so much for taking time to look at this reading. Bye. All right. That was good. That's a good reading. Okay. Pile 2. All right, pile 2. It's your turn. I'm going to mute my mic while I go ahead and shuffle. What is the next step for pile 2, please? Next step for pile 2. Next step for pile 2. Next step for pile 2. Thank you. Alright, let's see what the next step for you is, pile 2. Alright, here we go. Next step for pile 2. Sorry, turn down your mic if this is too loud here. Whoa. Okay. Next step for pile 2, please. Where's that one? Oh, let's do it again. One more, please. Next step for pile 2. Okay. So let's see, pile 2. I don't read reversals, by the way. Oh, look, we got 2. Okay, so we got. Ooh. Okay. I think this goes this way. Oh, okay. All right, this is what makes sense here. So first of all, pile 2, you've had a difficult time right now. We have the 7 of Swords, the 4 of Coins, the Queen of Coins, and the Sun. So it seems like to me you have been in a point in your life where someone has not been honest with you. These cards are great because they're more modernly depict what the cards mean. So Fox is being shrewd and sneaky. You have this guy who is stealing things, and these people can't even believe that happened. And he's trying to sneakily away. He's smiling like he hasn't done anything wrong, but he really has. So it talks about being blindsided, sneakiness, somebody not being honest, deception. And then you have the 4 of Coins. Now, sadly, the 4 of Coins is depicted with this kid. He's at a sandbox and he's only got his 4 coins. It really means like holding on to something that you need to, but when I looked at this card, it made me feel like a neglected kid. Like someone took something away from you that really meant a lot, and now you only have a little bit left over. That could have been your heart. It could have been actual finances. And you have people around you that could support you, but you really choose to stay to yourself and not ask for help. And you've put up a protective barrier here. You see the crab here. You put up a protective barrier here to protect what you have left. And then you have the Queen of Coins here. Now the Queen of Coins, she's all about being grounded and being almost like I don't know, you might be a mother now. This could have been the past. You might be a mother now, that you might be a parent. Or you might be somebody that likes to help your community, or maybe in every other area of your life you actually turn these 4 of Coins into something substantial, and you've come out of that financially, and now you're able to give to other people, which is beautiful. The Queen of Coins is all about rebirth, about the cycle of life, really just being benevolent and giving, and caring, not being cold and rich, right? Not being just like cheap and rich, right? But being benevolent and rich. Okay. And then you have the Sun. Like the Sun is like, look at this card. Oh, love this card. This is actually the picture of the deck, like the book or the box of the deck has this lady on it. I mean, really, what more can you say? It's just absolutely beautiful. But this butterfly here represents rebirth, going from one transition in your life into another. It looks like she's walking away from something, like right here you've got the sun, and here is the clouds and stuff. walking away from things that have hurt you in the past and moving forward. And so what could be the case here is that, you are in a spot in your life where you perhaps have overcome this. Or, let's see, we're going to get more, because what I don't know yet is whether this is something that's taking place now, and this is the next step that you need to take, or this is actually where you're at now. Like, you've achieved everything, you've overcome a lot, you've made something of the coins, and now what, right? So what is the next step for pile 2? Next step for pile 2. Next step for pile 2. Next step for pile 2. One more for pile 2. One more for pile 2, please. Whoa. I'll take that one. All right. Okay, let's see here. Interesting. King of Wands. So it seems to me that now that you've obtained all of this, you are at a point where you want love in your life. And I think maybe that is what you are reluctant to look at. And I say that because we have the King of Wands. Now, I don't look at like gender at all here. This is about energy. So whether you are of feminine energy in your life and you are looking, which really the Queen of Coins is a feminine energy, right? Looking or having someone in your life that does represent this King of Wands. Like, you look at this guy here, he is passionate. He has got, a little bit of ego, but he is definitely joyous, charismatic. Everyone loves him. Even though he might not be perfect in some ways, everyone finds it a joy to be around this person, okay? This person or this energy here is causing a little bit of anguish for you. This is the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is like, the number 10 has to do with completion. So you might have been spending a lot of time, this has been the energy you've been in, of anxiety, of feeling like things are out to get you. Like sometimes we look at something that's being offered to us, and instead of looking at it in a positive way, we look at all the negative things that can happen, right? Well, what if I get hurt? What if he's not being honest? What if he's with someone else? What if, and I say he very loosely, okay? What if I get hurt again? What if I end up alone again? Blah, 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 blah. We can go on and on and on, all right? So you have been in that energy. And you've got the Lovers card, which is a major arcana card. Look at this beautiful little old couple here, a dog, you got a little young couple in the background, this little fairy putting fairy dust on there. That's beautiful. It's like, this is the answer to you. This is the answer right here, is that yes, you will have success. This is not the right energy to be in. You've been in this energy. Stop it. You're gonna, this is a gift here. This is a new relationship. This is this represents something positive, a new direction of a relationship. Now, the Lovers could also be like a business relationship, but I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like, the Sun here represents that, you have already attained everything that you need as far as business, financial, all of that. You've really overcome a lot. But perhaps some of these poor memories of past trauma, of being left alone and desolate, is provoking a lot of this 10 of Blades energy. And what the next step is that you need to let that go and look at what is being offered to you and take it. Go with it. Trust the universe and what the universe is offering you. All right? Don't let it pass you by, because you'll have success. Look at this beautiful card, the 8 of Wands. This woman is already gotten everything. She feels like she has gotten everything that she needs. This is the mailman giving her, mail, and it's like a message of movement. The Eight of Wands has to do with movement. It has to do with going forward. Look at the house is sold. Go with it. Go. Things are gonna start falling into place as soon as you let go of this anxiety and accept this blessing. Understand it's divinely guided. And it is meant for you in your life, and everything will start falling into place. Everything that you've wanted will start falling into place. Okay, pile 2, so let's get some advice, okay, with this Oracle Mystical Moments. What is the advice for pile 2? Advice for pile 2, please. Advice for pile 2. Advice for pile 2, please. Thank you. That just fell out. Ooh, look at this. You got the journey. So she's got a beautiful little doe inside of her dress. She might be writing it, maybe. She looks like a little girl. She's got a red bow in her hair, a red flower actually, and a red ribbon around the doe here. So let's look in the book and see what that means. The book just opened up easily to number 19. So let's read it. Oh my gosh, this matches 100%. Spirits here, look at this. The journey. Love of adventure, curiosity, and appreciation. A young girl gently rides a deer. Both the girl and the deer are having fun on their adventure. They are playfully curious. Sometimes we get so caught up in the destination. We forget to appreciate the journey, but we neglect the little things on our path, like the soft grass under our feet or the unconditional love of an animal. We are missing out on the precious moments. A new friend or acquaintance with a different point of view can help us see things we may have overlooked. Oh my God, pile 2. Damn it, that matches completely. Okay, being caught up in your mind and not seeing what's in front of you. Not seeing what's being offered in front of you. A new friend, a new lover. Look at this. Excuse me, my phone. Let me just hang that up. Sorry about that. Yeah, look at that. It's like the lovers. I mean, that could be a friendship. It could be a love. It could be both. But not allowing this into your life to let you see a different perspective. Once you do that, that's when things are going to come together for you quickly. You're going to be able to see, appreciate the grass under your feet, appreciate, what does it say? A new friend or acquaintance with the different point of view can help us to see things that we may have overlooked. Don't neglect the little things, okay? So yes, you have accomplished a lot, but don't let this anxiety hold you from blessings that are right in front of you. Blessings are right here in front of you, and the universe wants you to. That is what your next step should be, is to stop this energy here. Stop it. Accept it. See it. See what's out there. You have this person or this relationship is going to be the catalyst for the Eight of Wands in order to set you in that right direction so that you can start seeing a different perspective in life. And really, really, that is when everything is going to come together with this Sun card. Ultimately that is what you want. Okay, man, pile 2, I wish you the best. That was fantastic reading, very positive. So I really wish you the best, and please hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this reading, and if you want to hit the like button, even comment if it did resonate with you. I would love to hear your stories. And hit subscribe so you can just, whenever I upload, you'll get a notification. Okay, you take care. Thank you so much. Bye. Amazing. That was such a good reading. Okay. Pile 3. Hey, how are you guys doing? You guys picked the Abyss Tarot. I'm going to mute the mic because I'm going to shuffle. Next step for pile 3. Universe. What is the next step for pile 3? What is the next step for pile 3? Alright, what is the next step for pile 3? next step for pile 3? Next step for pile 3. What is next step for pile 3? What's next step for pile 3? Wow, okay, we're getting them all at once. All right. For the other decks, I had to like pull them out, like shuffle twice, but it looks like you got all of yours at once. So let's do it. Now this is a very artistic deck. So, and I don't read reversals, by the way. So let me just arrange these. Wow. Me get, you are a passionate person. I wonder if you're like a fire sign or a Scorpio. Okay. All right. Give me a moment here. Wow, so, okay, so we have the World card. The World card, we have the Page of Swords, we have Temperance, Queen of Cups, Strength, Judgment, the Devil, and Ace of Cups. So the World card is a major arcana card. And the World card here is depicted by this woman, you know, definitely artistically drawn, but she is of basically what the World card speaks about is transition. So she's got this creamy color here, and then it looks like some planets, and then down here it is all dark. So it means going from, one second, I'm sorry. I'm doing a reading, what do you need?
You done yet?
I'm not done yet. I will come out when I'm done.
Okay.
Apologies, that's my son. Okay, so anyways, as I was saying, so it seems like you might be in a transition period here in your life. You might be having come through one, like what I think about is like maybe perhaps going through moving from like being single into being married, or you know, having a child, going from not being a mother to being a mother, or getting a degree, and you know, like those transitions that we have in life is kind of, I feel like maybe some things that might be happening here. And then you have the Page of Swords. Now the Page of Swords is a kind of like an interesting page, actually. It's represented, of course, by this woman, but this woman's body, she's got, you know, this kind of dragon, kind of like, so it kind of speaks to a bit of, I don't know, I feel like it speaks to like a bit of sneakiness, like being you know, like you have all of these like it looks like snake tails, right? And when they come out from behind her, it makes me think, and then swords definitely have to do with, you know, epiphanies, knowledge. This has to do with, I think, like being sneaky, trying to find knowledge, right? Being like maybe having to do a lot of investigation, or having a new curiosity about something, but not telling other people about what you're curious about, but kind of being very methodical, kind of like going about it in a very careful way, which is confirmed with the Temperance card, which is a beautiful card. It has like the, you know, this tigers are known to actually like water and go swimming, but it also has to do, and that represents what temperance means, is walking in a very careful line, having one foot in the water, one foot on the ground, and not being shaken in either way, but being very careful in the course of your plan. So there might be something that you have been kind of ruminating about here that you haven't been telling anyone. You've just completed a transition, and there might be something that you secretly want to do or say, or an idea that you've had that you've not revealed yet, and you're kind of working towards it in a very careful way. All right, and then we have the Queen of Cups. Now the Queen of Cups is all about, she is a beautiful queen. She is elegant, she is gorgeous, she is got a very empathetic heart. She is not someone that would lack compassion in any way, but she also has, which I think is represented by this beautiful crown, is she also has she's astute enough to be in control of her emotions. She is not someone that is easily swayed. And I don't think that you're that. I mean, you have the Temperance card. Like, I think for people who have been through transitions in their life, you know, there can be a tendency to be too emotional, or make emotional decisions based on this new stage in their life, which that has not been what you've done. You've been very methodical and careful. And then we have the Strength card. Now, you might be a Leo. The Strength card usually is depicted by a woman who has made a lion docile. And this, you don't see the woman, but the lion is actually between her legs. And she's got this pearl necklace here. So I feel like, you know, this, to me, this card does speak of a lot of female energy, a lot of strong energy. But, you know, when I think about a lion, you know, a lion isn't the one that does all of the hunting. A lion is, he protects the pride. You know, the lionesses are the ones that do a lot of the hunting. So I feel like you have got a lot of energy. You have both male, female energy there. I don't do gender, by the way. Gender isn't in tarot. So when I say he, she, male, female, it's all about energy. Because we all have that, no matter where you come from, or, you know, it doesn't matter. Everybody has female and male energy. And its own unique balance. So it feels like here that there is more masculine than feminine. And then you have Judgment. So Judgment is an interesting card. So Judgment has to do with not reconciliation. It has to do with like, you know, asking for forgiveness, being at a point where mistakes have been made and really wanting to make things right, make the wrongs right. Okay, this is, you know, kind of like a red bird, I think you can see here. And I think of the, like, if you put it this way, it would be the phoenix, right? But it's not. It's supposed to be this way. So it's almost like the phoenix has fallen kind of thing. Like, you know, the idea of being able to persevere and overcome something failed. And unfortunately, I think people got hurt. Situation did not turn out well. And you're really wanting to have some either you or someone wants forgiveness for that. You have the Devil card and the Ace of Cups here. So the Devil card could also, it's an interesting energy, right? The Devil card is typically depicted with, you know, some kind of devil-looking creature, right? With a male and female figure chained to the devil. The devil could indicate, addictions. It can indicate sexual passions, obsession. It could mean, it could be, I think it encompasses all of kind of like most of the negative attributes of our character. So yeah, obsession, anxiety, arrogance, all of those things, narcissism, all of that. But I think it, when in other readings, like, it can represent actually, for me, I think of like not being afraid, like being very cold, not being emotional, being very stoic and perhaps bitter about a situation. And that could be that you're bitter about this Judgment situation, right? That you tried to be strong and put your best foot forward, and instead you ended up fucking up, excuse my French, and or someone else fucked up, and there's some bitterness, there's some anger that's not been let go. And I think the next step for you to do is to let go. You have the Ace of Cups here. And look at this beautiful depiction of the Ace of Cups. So this is a female, male figure that looks like they've got water in their belly. Water represents emotion. Cups represent emotion. And there's a snake that the entity is holding. And you have this triangle here, which for me represents just spirituality and being centered in your third eye. Okay, and really realizing that you already kind of know exactly what you need to do. You feel it in your gut, and it is something that, you need to make peace with this serpent, right? Make peace with whatever happened here. Make peace with whatever happened here. Because I think that you've worked really, really hard to get to where you're at, to get to this Queen of Cups energy. And you're holding back. There's something to be said here. Let's clarify. What is the Page of Swords? What is the Page of Swords? Can we clarify the Page of Swords, please? Why is the Page of Swords here? For the next step for pile 3. What? Oops. Whoop. They're all falling. What? Can you clarify, please, the Page of Swords? Page of Swords, please. There, thank you. Oh, the Tower. Wow. Shit. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Swords. Okay, so the Tower to clarify the Page of Swords. This epiphany that you had after this transition in your life fucking shook everything up for you, I think. I don't know if something was done to you, or this transition you thought was going to be a good thing and it turned out to be something very difficult. It tore down the ideas that you had about yourself, and it caused you to transform. It created this transition created a new mindset for you. Old ways of thinking were torn down. Made you more of a patient person. Queen of Cups energy. But I think that something did get in your way here. Something was done here to you that has stunted this energy. Okay? And you want to know what to do next. What is the next step here? How do you move on? That's what I want to say. How do you move on from this? These two things, right? And the advice is the Ace of Cups. Let's get another clarification. Can you elaborate or clarify the Ace of Cups for pile 3, please? The Chariot. That's right. What did I say? Move on. The Chariot is depicted. This is one of the reasons why I got this deck, because I love this particular artwork. So you have like this shaman here with 4 wolves. And that is the Chariot, right? The Chariot really is about bravery. It's about having endured a war and having understood the art of war and being able to continue forward despite how challenging that was. And so it seems like, you know, the action of moving, it also is a card that represents movement, having overcome and moving forward. And I think your next step is actually moving forward, letting go of this bitterness, forgiveness, into the Ace of Cups energy. That's how you're going to get back to the Queen of Cups. Okay? Movement forward. Let go. That's your next step. But not just let go, because, you know, when you think about a shaman, it's also like there is some spirituality and introspective thinking that you need to do. Introspective discovery. And through that, you're going to find the Ace of Cups, and you're going to be able to be like, you know what, you're going to have the epiphany of where your emotions really should be, and that forgiveness is going to be there. You're going to find it. It's going to come out of nowhere, I think, anyway. Something is going to provoke it. It's going to come in a form of like, look, like you've been thinking about this for a long time, or maybe you were searching, maybe you'll hear a song and everything will come together. It'll be something that's brought to you. All right, so let's get an oracle card from the Oracle of Mystical Moments. All right, so what is the advice for pile 3, please? What a deep reading. What is the advice for pile 3? Advice for pile 3, please. Advice for pile 3. What advice do you have for pile 3, please? Advice. Thank you, Spirit. You've got day and night. Look at that beautiful girl. She's got a moon behind her and the sun in front of her. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so let's see. That's number 1 in the book here. So let's see what it says here. All right, day and night. I'll put this here so you can take a look at the card while I read. Okay, day and night. Let's see. Let me move it there. There we go. Uncertainty, fear, worries, decisions to be made. Follow your instincts. The girl we see on this card is holding the sun in her hands while the moon is at her back. She looks uncertain, as if she has a question in mind but does not know the answer. What is she thinking about? Is she afraid of the answer or the inward process to find it? Many of us struggle with making decisions, but where there is shadow, there is also light. After a dark night, there is always light of the morning sun, warming the paths that we have chosen. This card reminds us that we already hold all of the answers in our hands. We should trust our inner judgment, which is one of the cards we got. Trust your inner judgment and know we will be able to handle any situation. Wow. Wow. Trust your judgment. Are you afraid to make a decision to move forward? Is that this? Is that the death card? Fear? You know? You've had an epiphany here that really tore down the way that you were thinking about things, and you've been afraid to move forward. So really, do that introspective thinking. You know, I mentioned that with this tarot, with this chariot, about being spiritual, doing the introspective thinking. That came to me like before we read that card, and it totally matches. You know, through that introspective, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to do that and find your path. All right? Because this is ultimately where you want to be, right? Amazing. Don't be afraid of the dark. I always remind myself of that when I'm going through a hard time, when I'm stuck in just a really negative area in my life, or in the way I'm thinking, or with my emotions. I remember that, you know, this is important. Everything can't be like sunshine and roses. There's also darkness, because you wouldn't appreciate light if there wasn't dark. And if there wasn't dark, you wouldn't, and if there, you wouldn't appreciate light if there wasn't dark, and you wouldn't appreciate darkness. You know, appreciate the dark times, because then you wouldn't have light to look forward to. So it's important. Both are very important. So, you know, pile 3, I hope that answered your question. Do the introspective thinking. Move forward. You know, you've already been through so much. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of that introspective thinking, because ultimately you want to get back to this great, serene, positive energy of the Queen of Cups. Okay, so pile 3, thank you so much. I really wish you the best. If you really enjoyed this reading, please subscribe and hit the like button, and then, you know, leave a comment if it resonated with you and tell me what pile you chose. Okay, I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for checking out the reading, and I will hope to see you guys soon again. Bye.